Successful Indie Author 5-minute focus episodes today. Episode 47, Staying Motivated. I got a little behind on doing these because of bad internet, but now we're rocking. We're cooking with gas. And the ideas from the 20 books group, I asked about what subjects we wanted, and I got a huge amount. So I'm plowing through those one at a time. Staying motivated. You first have to ask yourself, what got you into writing? And this is the lighthouse in the distance. This is what you always need to embrace when everything else is stripped away. Because you got into writing, you had no fans, you had no sales, you had nothing except a blank piece of paper and a story in your mind, a character, a scene. And that's why you started writing. Always go back to your foundation in yoga and Zen. It's breathing. Sit, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. So to stay motivated, go back to your roots, which is what got you into writing in the first place. What does your support look like? And this is where those folks who need some external motivation and external stimulation, and we all do, even George McFly caved in the end and published his book and to wild acclaim. So what does your support look like? We write the stories, and sometimes it's difficult to get those stories out there because then people will judge you. And, you shouldn't judge other people, but people do. You ask for reviews. You're saying, hey, please judge me. And that's where you have to separate yourself from that. Go back to your foundation, what got me into writing, and then take those that input, that external input, and use it to your benefit. Are they attacking your book? Are they attacking you? What are they attacking? If they are they supporting? Do you need to see 5-star reviews? There's certain things that you have to get your head around what you need, what you like, and what you can push to the side and keep plowing forward. What are your expectations? And this is the greatest source of friction in our lives as a whole, is that delta, that difference, that chasm sometimes between what we expect and what we actually get. Reality. If you expect to write one book and make $1 million, there's going to be a huge gulf between reality and your expectations. This is where dialing your expectations back, pull your expectations in to that foundation of what got you into writing. I wanted to write my book. Well, then you ask why. And so why? Because I want to be standing on the steps and people cheering and people in a long line at Barnes & Noble waiting for me to sign their book. Temper those a little bit with reality. We have 45,000 authors and 20 books of 50K. And very, very few of them have long lines of people waiting to sign their books at Barnes & Noble, me included. Last time I did a Barnes & Noble signing, I had 10 people show up. So it's okay. Temper those. Your expectations are what will cause you the most grief in your life. Pull those in, temper them more with reality, and I've got a book. If you can get one sale from us, one buy from a stranger, a stranger leaves you a good review and says, yeah, I like that. It told me a story that took me away from the day. It told me a story that made me feel something. That's a good thing. Take that and run with it. How does storytelling make you feel? This is as it goes back to what got you into writing, but then how does that storytelling make you feel? It's back to your foundation, but then the tendrils from that about that jams the words. Are those words giving me any satisfaction? If you're writing the words, and there's some people who can write just for the money. Hey, I write for money. You still got to like the words. It's hard to be creative when you're just doing it for a paycheck. You still have to be creative and tell those stories. How does it embrace how that makes you feel? If it makes you feel good or any kind of good, then go back to that, look at that, and that is what keeps you moving forward. Whose opinions do you trust? People will the trolls will come online. Don't give them any power over your psyche. Don't give them any power over your well-being. Who do you trust? And who do you trust who actually reads the same stories that you're writing? This is something, I write science fiction, so my close family, my dad started reading science fiction because of my books. but I never expected him to like the books. He's like, hey, these are really good. I like these. So give me the next one. So anyway, there we go. Dad turned into a science fiction reader. But that's I do trust my dad's opinion, but it's still, he wasn't a science fiction reader. If you're asking friends and family and none of them read what you're writing, then do you trust their opinions if they say, it didn't work for me? Find people who you trust in your genre who can give you an honest evaluation of your writing. Don't trust those trolls and the casual 5-star drop or 1-star drop bears who come by and say, oh, this book sucks, and run away. Oh my God, I'm a horrible writer. What? Because some random dude on the internet. Do not trust random dudes ever. Don't get in a van with them, and don't trust their 1-star reviews. All right, everybody, 6 minutes. Holy cow, stay motivated. It's go internal. Expectations will help you more than anything. Refine your expectations to something that's more real, that's based on your foundation of why you got into writing in the first place, and I think you're going to benefit greatly. All right, everybody.